Greetings again, everyone. Jayson from Lightning 100 with you, and I am joined by Matt Leff. Well, joined virtually, remotely, by everybody. Matt Leff with Rhizome Productions. It is time for another edition of Holiday Hops 2020 here on Lightning 100. Of course, powered by our friends at Lipman Brothers and Matt and all the great folks out at Rhizome Productions. Man, we're almost getting ready to wrap up the first week of 2 weeks of Holiday Hops, man.
Yeah. And this week, I think this week is really fun. We're doing all international beers, imported beers that, in my opinion, belong at your holiday table or make great gifts. So we're going back to Belgium today, and we're going to wrap up tomorrow in Belgium as well. So there's some themality here.
Okay.
So today's beer, again, from Belgium, is Chimay Red. So for those that are not familiar with Chimay, they are one of the handful of Trappist breweries in Belgium, which means monks brew this beer. They are Trappist Belgian monks, and they basically finance their abbey by making beer. And they make 4 varieties. They make the red, the white, the blue, the gold, and then they also have a very special barrel-aged version that's kind of hard to find. It's not usually readily available, so we're not going to talk about that too much. But today we are drinking Chimay Red, which is a Belgian double. So you have a single, a double, a triple, and a quad. This is Chimay's take on a double. And again, another beer that's been made for a very, very long time. And it is 7% ABV. You're going to find it in several package configurations. So today we're enjoying the 330 milliliter or roughly 12-ounce bottles. You can also find these, again, as a nice gift in 750 milliliter bottles. So again, nice gift to bring to the table, similar to a wine bottle. You can share it with others because it is 7% ABV. So it's a bigger beer. But let's go ahead and, of course, give it a taste. Right off the bat, you're going to notice sort of that coppery brown color, sort of a kind of fruity aroma. And you're going to just notice it's got a really beautiful mouthfeel. So let's go ahead and take a sip. Just the slightest bitterness on the back end.
Yep.
But just really great mouthfeel, very drinkable, sort of a nice dry, bitter finish. Again, would go really well at your holiday table and really just pair so nicely with beer. I think that's one of the things that Belgian breweries and Belgian beers do so well is they really belong at the table. They belong as part of a meal, just like a glass of wine. They, really complement food. And let's remind everybody, wine is one ingredient, grapes. Beer is multiple. There's a lot more depth and complexity to a beer. And this is a perfect example of that. And actually this Saturday, we are doing a virtual beer event with the fine folks at Chimay, where we're pairing all of their different beers with the cheeses that they make. So a little secret, Chimay makes cheese as well. And they're washed with the beers, which basically while they're aging, they're literally rubbing the beer all over the cheese wheels. And we'll be doing that virtual event on Saturday. It's a really great event. We've been doing them quite a bit over the past few months, obviously. So keep an eye out for those. We're excited for Saturday. And a big thanks to Chimay and Lipman Brothers.
Yes, indeed. And for those that are listening or watching that might not know, what's the best way to find out more about that? Is it via the socials, your website? How can folks learn more about that?
Facebook and Instagram is usually where we're sharing these. So, our Facebook is just facebook.com/Rhizome Productions, and same on our Instagram, just Rhizome Productions. And we try to do these about twice a month. So if you're interested in drinking some beer at home safely with your friends and family, check it out. We've got a whole schedule for 2021 where we'll be doing these for the first couple months of the year. So we're excited to do one with Chimay, sort of the end 2020.
Right on. Yes. And as you mentioned, doing imports all this week. And another thing it has in common, it's old school. 1862. I can see it right here on the bottle. But hey, as we've mentioned earlier in the week, once you know how to do something right, you keep on doing it, right? You lean into it. So the Chimay, delicious. Again, check out the socials for Rhizome Productions or for more information on the event coming up this Saturday. That's going to do it for this edition of Holiday Hops here on Lightning 100, as always powered by Matt and the great folks at Rhizome Productions, all the great folks out at Lipman Brothers. And if you missed any part of this or the segments that we've done previous in the week, be sure and check them out at your leisure on demand on the website, lightning100.com/holiday hops. We will wrap up import week coming up tomorrow. We hope you'll join us then. But until then, we say
cheers.
Salud.